I never tried disrespect, but I ain't talking to y'all niggas. I'm sorry. I apologize.
You hear that? You hear that special talk right there? That's special talk right there.
Yo, this
that's
price of the brick going up.
That's what it is.
Look,
the price going up, B. We get love out here on these podcast streets.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
That is a fact, man.
I done sold hats, tees, hoodies. For niggas feeling it, a nigga like me can sell it, B.
Talk to him, Mitch.
It's my gift.
Wow. Y'all gotta chill out. Yo, I'm gonna start the show for this nigga Papa Seam on that turtleneck.
Greetings, wrestling fans, and welcome to another action-packed card of All-Star Wrestling.
Niggas is back. Niggas is black. As always, it's the Black Rasslin Podcast, giving y'all wrestling from a nigga perspective. It's your boy Cal, rockthedub.com, but you already knew that. The squad is on the line. Say what's good to the people, y'all.
Your IlFam79, your social media choice, aka the Aunt Addison Podcast, aka Captain Burrell Bano, Thicky the Dragon Steamboat, Pod Shampoo, God's favorite podcast, the Potty Pipe. I'm here to podcast, Chew Bubblegum, and I'm all out of Dentine Ice.
Classic.
You know me, B. Uh-oh. You know who I am, baby. You know what it is, baby. Money making Mav Damon, B.
And of course, Stat Guy, the one true Stat Guy, Drip.
Damn.
I'm broke, baby.
I love the game. Now hold up, all right, because it's an interesting thing to be part of a.
I'm not following you, nigga.
Of a squad.
But Mazel Tov. That's not big.
Hold up. We really out here with this merch. Are hats still available?
Larry Merchant, man.
Whatever you need, B.
Nah, I don't lie like that.
Niggas is feeling it. I can sell it.
Uh-oh.
Earlier this week. Hold up. Before I say this, I want to preface this by saying the PAX is out. If you don't have your pack yet, you better blame Mr. Postman. It's holiday season. It was snowing all over the Northeast, so I don't have my shit on. My brother over here got it.
I had to brave gunshots, and that's a shoe. That is a shoe.
That's crazy.
A literal shoe.
That's accurate, B. Niggas get shot every day, B.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to be them kind of niggas. But yeah, 100%, man. So shout out to my man who I had to postpone his delivery as well because of gunshots. Shout out to gunshots.
Jesus.
Shout out to Severin.
So if you've got your merch, Zell got his shit, right?
That is correct, B.
I seen Zell shining. And I also hear, I don't have mine yet, but I hear if you walk up in the spot with the nation on, niggas is doing double takes like, ooh, where the fuck you get that shit? I'm sorry.
Niggas stop me at my job. Grown niggas like, hey, yo, how you get? Can I?
Salute to New Jack.
My gosh. That sound like a soundboard.
Yeah, it was impeccable. It was like
a problem. Game recognized game, but this is the thing. And we probably talked about this before on this podcast, and I know, again, money making Math Damon. That's the heart. That's the passion. That's the real. He loved his shit. I told y'all, nigga. Facts. Whenever there's a successful drop, the first thing this man is telling us is it's over. It's over. Anytime all these people talk, there's a lot of comments about restocks, what people want to come back. And what's Math always saying? That shit is dead, B. And I always say, yeah, right, Mitch. Like I know you the passion he has when he comes up with an idea for a hat or a crew neck or whatever. Shit. Let me do one more.
A nigga like me, man, I love the game. I love the hustle, man.
That's real. That happens every time he come up with an idea.
I love the game.
But he don't want to admit it. I try to tell him.
I love the hustle.
I try to tell him, yeah, right. We know another drop coming. And then he literally said, boom. It's dead. The whole situation is dead. They gotta wait. And then
anybody owes me money.
Dead.
2 hours later, this man is on the IG talking about what should we do? And the people, because I gotta piece the people in the Discord, piece of the people that follow and interact. Shouts out to the community of professional wrestling fans that we've been able to build with over the last several years.
Shout out to Spicy Talk.
Shouts out. Well, there is.
Doesn't exist.
There's a situation where because we put out the merch and we are of the people, like people feel like they can, put hands onto a device and reach out and we'll respond. They feel like they could get a one of one. Like the colors you see on that big cartel is the colors you're going to get on that big cartel.
Accurate.
I don't want to hear no restocks. No, Blue Hogan. It's not happening. It's just it's not. And I think the thing is because Math was in. Now this is the bullshit. Mitch was in the IG with because he rocked. He the only dope boy rocking the testers. He got the gray hoodie with the logo on the side. That shit ain't even supposed to happen. That wasn't a thing. That was a let me see what that shit looked like. But
I asked that too. God dang it!
It's not gonna happen. But Mitch knows. Mitch knows that the product is so raw that it don't matter. He could have had that shit upside down, and niggas would have been trying to pay double for that shit. And I respect it. So earlier this week,
upside down Hogan. I'm sorry. Go ahead though.
When Mitch hit the Twitter and was like, "Look, this is how I feel. This is how I know Fam and Cal is looking at me when I talk about these restocks and getting back into the merch game. I mean, merch making Mitch is probably the most accurate nickname for this man. And I told him, I said, look, this clip is so accurate, nigga, you better have the turtleneck on the podcast. As a joke. But look, when this is really Mitch.
A nigga like me, man, I love the game. Love the game. I love the hustle.
Mitch, are you surprised? And we'll get to some actual wrestling talk in a bit. But Mitch, are you surprised? We got to. Are you surprised at do you ever get surprised when the merch starts flying?
This one right here, I'm gonna keep it a buck B.
Please do.
I wasn't quite sure how motherfuckers was gonna feel about it.
Right. Why? Because it was an illustration. Which
yeah, because it wasn't the normal. It wasn't motherfuckers screaming for the XB. They screaming for the X Jericho B.
Facts.
Or the Black Rasslin, or you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
I'm like, all right, we're gonna do something different. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Cap? B.
Facts. Word.
So when we did something different, I saw that motherfuckers was feeling it. Still wasn't sure. Then when we put the mock-up up and them shits flew, curtains.
Price of the brick going up.
Well, that's going to be the thing.
Going up.
What
I told you what the printer said, B.
I told y'all niggas.
I told you what the printer said. When the printer came to me and said, "Where can I get one of these?" I said, "You print them, B.
You the plug. You the whole plug.
You're the printer, B." She said, "I need one." I said, "Well, print them up." B.
Bitch, you wild. B. That's the name of the episode. B. Bitch, you a wild boy. But salute to you. Salute to the merch gang. So again, salute to anybody who is listening and is like, yo, I need the support. I'm not saying a Patreon is coming soon, but niggas might need to do a Patreon at some point. We just have to.
The price of the brick going up, Cal.
Again, last year was about branding. This year's about expanding. Where's the thing?
The year still ain't even up yet.
Exactly.
These aren't just witty bars. Like, these are all facts. Super facts. But like I don't like speaking on things that haven't been done or released yet. But just know, once December's over and y'all get what December is, it's about to be a different story. 2021. It's all I'm trying to tell y'all. So be ready.
Price of the brick going up.
We have no choice. You know, it's we're leveling up. Leveling up is going to be the theme of 2021. But I want to get out of that. Not too much more flex talk for right now, anyway. Wanted to give a couple of shout outs. I meant to shout her out recently, but especially because Brother Math wasn't around last week. Peace to Kaz. Salute to him
Peace
for
to
joining
Kaz,
the pod.
Peace to you, B.
That was it was good to see people in the comments on YouTube. If you're not watching this on YouTube, you're wilding out. It's good to see people in the comments on YouTube talking about, oh, that's interesting. Meltzer was saying that things with the New Day was one way, but now you have someone who was actually there letting you know what it really, like, you know, again, salute to the community, but I don't know where else you're getting those conversations if you're not rocking with Black Rasslin. That's all I'm trying to tell you. But because Math wasn't around, and this is a couple weeks late, but I wanted to shout out Queen Aminata. She got a title. What? She was at Game Changer? What, a couple
She was
of
at
weeks
Game
ago?
Changer, yeah.
What do you know what that title is officially?
The name I'm not sure, but she is the inaugural champion.
Drip,
I'll look it up right now.
Yeah, thank you. All right, she won the, and I mean we've already been saluting it, but it's when I tell you this sprint to the end of 2020, work wise, it's been real. So
Facts.
you see shit happen, and then voila, shit is gone.
Facts.
But yeah, if you could pull that up, Drip, and let us know when you got a chance. Want to shout out Chris Bay this past week. Final Resolution and the Super J. I didn't realize that this man was going to be wrestling on for two different federations within hours of each other.
The Super Bay Cup.
We tried to tell y'all. I tried to warn you. I said, look, watch Impact. I understand if you don't like all of Impact.
I don't. That's my beef, though, Kyle.
Speak your mind. Speak your mind.
My beef is I don't know when a lot of y'all came up. I know when me, Fam, and Cal came up, wasn't no people that look like y'all or me or them on TV. So I feel like we have an obligation to support, to keep getting these, to keep getting people that look like me, y'all, my son on television.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I don't understand the beef that motherfucker. I don't watch Impact. Fam, that's the only way you go right now. That's where our people live. That's where our people are. No disrespect to anybody else. You see what I'm saying? But these niggas is main eventing.
That's the main event.
I think it's cool. And
to
this
not
is
like it.
It's kind of cool niggas in general, right? Cool niggas quite often try and tell niggas how cool they are by telling niggas what they don't do. Oh, nigga, I'm not even on Facebook. Nigga, I don't like Twitter. You know what I'm saying? And so, and one of them cards that they'll play to be a cool wrestling fan, oxymoronic. I don't watch Impact. It's fake. Nigga, it's wrestling. Shut up.
Because when has it been cool to not support your people? Never. Right. It's never been cool to be the guy to say, I don't watch that shit. You wilding. Right. Because one, you have some of the best wrestlers, period. No, I'm not a fan of 51 because he's 51.
Right.
But when you look at Impact, you have you got a super heavyweight. You got the heavyweight nigga that niggas would say he looks like your champion, right? And then you have you have your quote unquote lightweight, and then you have your, I guess, regular wrestler guy who's in between.
A regular,
right? You have come on. My bad.
Then you got the most unconventional, amazing pro wrestler. He might be. We'll talk about it later on, man. But brother Matt,
catch up. You started off fast, now you wheezing in the back. You gonna catch up to it soon.
Some point.
Don't worry about it, B. Don't worry about it, B. I done sold everything on these podcast streets.
Now,
Hats, tees, hoodies, crew necks.
T-shirts, sweatshirts, footwear, and boots. I'm sorry.
Boots, nigga.
Footwear and boots.
Sorry, Cal.
Do we give Randy Rhodes a shout out for
no.
No. B.
They pregnant. They about to have.
That's what they about to have. A little. Yeah, that's right. That's
no. Don't do that. Don't do that. So this is my question to you. At what point do you start to place blame on Brandy Rose for having all of the black people on dark?
It's none. Why you say that?
And I'll say that because she's not the booker. She is at best Lady Eloise. She is at best Lady Eloise.
You are assuming. I'm a spin as well, but you're assuming this that she can only be a only be arm candy.
No. It's not that she can only be arm candy. It is the way that place is run. It's a wrestler run organization. Omega runs the ladies. The Bucks.
We see how that's going. We see how that's going.
And the rest of them niggas book themselves. Not,
see how
so
that.
there is no booking committee. So I don't think there's a place where Brandy can be like, well, I think this, because she's married to a rose.
I think the black people who are doing the hell of a job on Dark should possibly get some television time.
She might not watch Dark, my nigga. She
Well, that's
doing
what I
that
was
little.
gonna.
She do the show on YouTube where she cook with JR and JR be like, hey, that's a nice
Taking
ass.
shots.
Oh, okay.
That's nice rump roast you're showing there.
Okay, B.
What we doing? What we cooking?
Wait, Drip, what you was about to say?
He was saying he doesn't think that she.
I think yesterday's Dynamite. No, I think yesterday's Dynamite, again, it had The Acclaimed, it had Big Swole, it had Top Flight. I think that was kind of the most diverse episode they've had. And sometimes Sonny Kiss showed up with Joey Janela.
Yeah, you're right.
I think, and again, Brandy, they announced that.
Boy, shout out.
That Brandy showed up for the segment bridge.
Shout out to Joey Janela for getting his head beat in for a minute. Man.
He had to. He had to lay down and take that. I'm sorry.
No.
But I think that was Dynamite's most diverse episode last night.
Why is my face so big? Pause. Nah, B. Take me back, B.
Nigga, you keep being weird tonight, man.
I love it. No, I love it.
I also got the stat for Queen Aminata. She won the GCW Women's Championship. She's now
the inaugural now? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was vacated by Kylan King.
You sure? Was it still a GCW title then?
She held the Generation Championship Wrestling held the Diamond Cup to crown a new women's champion after Kylan King vacated the title. The tournament features some of the top names in women's independent wrestling. Queen Aminata emerged victorious to win the tournament and become the new GCW Women's Champion.
Pardon me. So it must have been. Was it the inaugural Diamond Cup?
Maybe it sounds like that. I'll double check.
Okay.
Gotcha. I know. Whatever it is, I know Terry over at We Love Wrestling got the footage somewhere.
Facts, B.
Terry over there doing big things, man. Shout out to yo.
He got archives and shit.
Terry is the one person that actually documents women's wrestling like that.
Facts. One, I think, again, not to get too in depth on non-pod conversation, but that's a conversation me and Mitch had the other day. It's why we do what we do here, because at a certain point,
Facts.
nobody's going to be nobody can tell our story the way we tell our story, and nobody will care to if we don't do it. So need a person like Terry to be out there with the camera and say, look, this is you talking about the business and the sport. This is the match. This is the match you ain't see. And guess what? I was there. Go to that man YouTube. We love wrestling. Shouts out to Terry and all them pretty heels and all that. We've been talking about AEW. I want to get into AEW a little bit adjacent. But the question I have, because I didn't watch a lot of wrestling this week, but I did see that in January they already booked at the next Impact Hard to Kill. I believe it's January 16th. They didn't book Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega and Rich Swann. It looks like that's the thing, or at least some semblance of that is going to be the thing, right? They got
a Dingle Jam coming up or something weird too, don't they?
AEW's got the Holiday Bash or Holla Bash or something like
it's
that.
Holiday Bash, yeah. And then like the New Year's Eve special for one Wednesday, and then the following Wednesday it'll carry over.
That's
New Year's Evil is NXT.
It's NXT. Yeah.
AEW, the first night they booked Omega and Pac, which is probably going to, or Pac, which is probably.
No, I think it was.
In Tennessee. Oh, you talking about the bastard?
Well, again, it's Pac. It's not Pac. No. It's supposed to be Pac. Yeah.
I can't. The last time the last time I was running,
You're number
with
one
Mitch,
too.
the last time I was running with Mitch, it was a problem. So
New Year's Smash is what AEW is doing. New Year's Smash, December 30th, and then
it's two shows, right?
Yeah, it's December 30th and then January 6th.
New Year's Smash sounds like what happens before.
No, that's after the bell. That's after the bell.
After the bell and the whistle.
That's when the balls drop after the ball drop.
Yeah, and then the balls drop.
And then the balls drop. Facts. But right now it's gonna. And Rich Swann hasn't hit Dynamite yet. I'm assuming that's a situation that has to happen, right? Like, or is Kenny Omega only big enough Impact?
I think it's that
on Impact, that's kind of furry.
Shit is whack.
That's kind of furry.
It seems like it's more of. Oh, go ahead, Sam.
It feels like it's somewhere in the middle of what Brother Cal and myself were predicting. Cal wanted straight up champ for champ. I knew that wasn't happening. But I said the money is in a Bullet Club reunion, and
that's what's happening.
Yeah, and the champ versus champ.
They had to pull out Gallows and Anderson. That was the next obvious. That's what we needed.
Every time you talk wrestling with a white man, you got to pull Gallows and Anderson. I'm sorry.
That's facts, though. Like, why? Rich Swann wasn't on the list, but I had seen that Carl Anderson was able to get on the bus or whatever. He talking about, I need you to be your old self or whatever. And then of course they and then what I didn't want to see happen. Goddamn Motor City Machine. I don't care. The name don't even set Motor City Machine Guns. I'm good.
Hey, come on.
I'm good.
Hey man, shout out to my Detroit brothers, man. Cal might be by himself for this one, man.
No, what's my man saying?
Don't disrespect the Motor City. That's a good name.
Hold on. What's the other team name? Drip? Is it Inner City Machine Guns? What was it?
Inner City Machine Guns. I think that was AR Fox and Rich Swann were Inner City Machine Guns.
That shit is whack. That's whack though.
And then
Inner City Machine Guns is hard.
No, that's not what I'm saying is what you saying, Drip?
In PWG, there was Inner City Machine Guns, and there was then African American Werewolves, which was a play on the American Wolves that Eddie Edwards and Davey Richards did. I'll look up to double check, but it was like a combination of Ricochet, ACH, AR Fox, and Rich Swann. And I'm trying to make sure which combo was correct.
Yeah, I think that's fly, man. I think it's a slick name. I don't care for the team myself. I don't see the old niggas wrestle, but I like the name, man. Shout out to the Motor City.
No, don't shout out. That's my
it's cold in the D. You got beef with Detroit?
No, my beef is you've donned them the Motor City Machine Guns. You see what I'm saying? Like you didn't don. Never mind.
You do it.
Never mind, because you didn't don two niggas. You know what I'm saying? You didn't don two niggas the name of a city. You don them the Inner City.
Yeah.
But you have given Chris Sabin and Adam Cole the third.
That's Alex Shelley. Come on.
Same difference.
You said it's the same shit.
Difference. Who are these people? Chris Sabin looked like Bryan Danielson. I ain't gonna hold you.
You call that man Bryan Danielson? Wow,
that's what he looked like. With the fucking shorts and the hair, that's Bryan Danielson. That's the guy. What's the American Dragon?
American Dragon.
He looked like. I know a little bit about this indie shit.
I got 5 seconds. B.
But yeah, so Hard to Kill. I believe it's January 16th is going to be Kenny and the Good Brothers against Rich Swann, and at the very least, they couldn't have done like Rich Swann, Willie Mack, and so they could have done. They could have done Rich Swann, Willie Mack, and Moose.
Nah, that's what I was saying, yo. They're never going to do that.
They should have,
because you don't want these niggas to get shown up.
I also think that expectation is kind of unrealistic. It's because it's like drafting. Sometimes you want the best rapper, and sometimes you want the best showman. Sometimes you're gonna book, I don't know, Cole. You book J. Cole if you want a good message. But if you want a nigga if you want to draw eyes, sometimes you book Drake. God dang it, and the goddamn Bullet Club getting together. The Bullet Club getting together is Drake to you know what I mean, the actual skilled professionals doing their thing. Yeah, J. Cole. Yeah, I'm sorry, Davis. I didn't know.
No one gives a fuck about the Dreamers. No one gives a fuck about the Dreamers.
Shouts out Dream Chasers or whatever the fuck they call it.
That's Meek Mill.
Yeah, that's Meek Mill.
Even I know that. Come on.
Never mind. I don't pay attention to shit.
Nigga, that Under the Sun record with the baby on it was jamming.
That was a good one. That's a good record. That's a real good record. That came out a couple years ago, right? But what I'm saying is, well, all right, my question, what's the point of AEW and Impact?
Ain't no point.
Having these cross-brand collaborations.
I don't know what the point is for. You know what? I think the point is for AEW to be able to build up heel Omega without killing all their stars. How WWE builds up, they kill their other niggas, their lower card niggas, by building up their top guy. So I'm gonna just send a nigga over here and at the same time tell them, hey, listen, we're gonna bring eyes to your product just by being there, and we don't even have to rustle on your TV. If we send Kenny Omega, the most one of the best wrestlers in the world, you by name, you send him over there, it's going to bring more eyes to that product, and their numbers have shot up. So they both get a rub.
I think the numbers went down this week.
They went way down, but that's normally what happens.
I think their numbers across the board went down. I'm sorry.
But yeah, because nigga, Wednesday night was a dog fight, but the AEW won't tell you about that. But no. The numbers went down significantly this week, but it's second week sales. It's just like a rap album. So now, even though the numbers went down, the numbers are still way up from the 2,000 they were doing on Twitch to 13,000, which is still, you know what I'm saying, hundreds of percent better.
My thing is this, and I mean it's kind of part and parcel to. Damn, about to get deep. It's kind of part and parcel to this country that we live in, where
earmuffs,
where people are propped up on the backs of niggas.
Okay.
At a certain point, Impact needs to get the rub. You feel what I'm saying? Like at some point, they need to shine as well. Like this shouldn't just be. Let me be frank. This shouldn't just be Kenny Omega isn't really he's a great wrestler, but he's not the guy because of the way we built him over the last year. It shouldn't be we're sending him down to Impact to make him look like a better overall wrestler than what he.
You know what? It's funny you saying this at this point, and I know we'll get there, but essentially what AEW is doing with Kenny Omega is what WWE is doing with Keith Lee, and I know we'll get there.
It's facts, but my thing is, especially if Don Callis is his man, right now, like aside from the ratings bump, it doesn't feel like Impact is really getting anything. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
I'll say this: like the numbers dropped this week, and as you were speaking to earlier, that I think it because everyone watched last week's show tuning in to see what was going to happen, right? Yeah. And then when they tuned in, what was the main thing? Oh, we saw Kurt Hawkins versus TJP. We saw out of shape guys and Tommy Dreamer. So I think the second week, everyone in our Discord again was like, that show was trash except for the main event. And then that Kenny Omega promo was whack. It was trash.
It was a Kenny Omega promo.
Exactly. So then like week 2, it's like we know what to expect. It's going to be a subpar. Not subpar generous. It's going to be a weak show until the Rich Swans, the Chris Bays, the Willie Max show up. And then if Kenny Omega is going to give another Kenny Omega promo, why should I watch live? Is what it is. So that's the reason why the numbers dropped. Even like you said, they were better than what they were before because Kenny Omega still showed up. But no one was tuning in live. They're going to watch the highlights.
I'm honestly thinking that nobody is watching to see Kenny Omega.
You're right in thinking that too. I mean, as Ben was saying, like
why would they?
Because the first time who was wrestling that on that card the first time Kenny Omega showed up?
Black people.
That was a tag team match at the top of the card.
The main event. Yeah.
The main event. So it's possible that motherfuckers is tuning in just to see that.
We are.
Could be, but again, they knew that like everyone was going to stay until Kenny Omega showed up, and they put that at the very end. I thought they were going to open with it, but again, it was like, they would have lost everyone after the first 10 minutes.
But they almost did anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But the bottom of their card is not great.
This is why
the bottom and the middle, yeah.
Everything but the main event. You saying no?
Well,
the women's stuff is good. Shouts out Kiera Hogan and Tasha Steele.
Right, but it also depends on what like Chris Bay is doing, because if Chris Bay is normally around that mid card championship, so whatever he's doing is dope. Normally, whatever Willie Mack is doing is dope, and then Swan is killing it as well. It's like they have some stuff, and I think for me, what they should have done with that show is it was great to see all 4 of them in the ring at once. But I think it would have made for a better show if there was a Chris Bay segment, a Willie Mack segment, or match, and then something with Rich Swann. Because if you spread it out, now it gives you a reason to kind of watch. Like, okay, that show's different. They had a couple little lulls, but they're they got a nice little. They got some talent spread out, but they put all their talent at the top of their card, right in front of a very lackluster promo. And what it did was say, oh, this is great. This is a letdown. I'm not watching that again. So it was like a great moment with all the black people in that match, bookended with mediocrity and then subpar content. And I think that's what drove that number down.
But this is why I say, because if for this to be a mutually beneficial, collaboration, AEW is obviously going to get some shine. They're going to, at some point, I'm assuming next week probably, I'm assuming Gallows and Anderson are going to be on the show rocking with Kenny. Like that's a given. Rich Swann is your champion. As I've been watching, Motor Shit and Machine Gun's been rocking with some cornballs for a minute. That's why I say, and I'm not.
But those guys are there to take the pin in that 6-man tag. It's either Alex Shelley or Chris Sabin. Do you want to see Willie Mack get pinned by Kenny Omega? Do you want to see Chris Bay get pinned?
Look. Guess what? I've been watching niggas get pinned by white men for years. You
seen the tape?
I don't know what you're talking about. Mitch is gone. Mitch said I can't be a part of this.
I'm not.
What I'm saying is, if the story, if outside of this Kenny Omega situation, the main event storyline has been Rich, Moose, Willie, somewhere, and even on this past week's Impact, it was Moose saying that he took Willie out, pause, and then them having an altercation. Because Moose is lying. Moose is bit.
What you telling me is Moose took Willie out and then there was an altercation?
No. I think there was an altercation. What I'm saying is, at a certain point, this should be beneficial to Impact. And there's no way, like outside of whatever the static is between Kenny and Rich Swann, Rich Swann's not going back to wrestle Chris fucking Sabin. He's going to be wrestling Moose or whoever's in the main. Because Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley or whatever, they're not the main event. I don't even remember. Are they cool? Have they been cool?
The Motor City Machine Guns
and Rich Swann.
Probably not. But heels are always put together that way. But I mean, I'm gonna be honest.
Are they the heel? Are they the heel?
David said something that really stuck with me. I would have been pissed off watching Moose or
Willie Mack
taking that pin.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that.
There are ways. With the Bullet Club, there are ways to do that where it's obvious underhanded bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it done the right way, it sucks. But again, it's America. There's a lot of great white things that have been built on the backs of black people. I wouldn't be surprised.
Cal, you've been talking crazy today. You just said
is it crazy?
Great white things on the backs of things is wild.
It's
no, but I mean, Cal's saying it in the greater sense, but in the wrestling sense, it's just smart. No, in the wrestling sense, it's smart booking. Again, in New Japan, they have 4 tag matches every night, and Okada and those guys pin the juniors in those matches. Because again, if they pin Naito, then we know how the match is going to end.
Right.
So
I mean,
one guy's going to look weaker than the other, and they don't. And maybe Don Callis has the foresight to be like, I don't want to put Willie Mack in that situation. I don't want to put Chris. I mean, maybe he doesn't as well.
I'm assuming he doesn't, but I mean, there is room for that to be a thing. You're not.
So,
wrong.
And then we have to look at, all right, is it where AEW is booking everything on their programs and vice versa? Are they taking notes from each other? Do they get any say on what their people do on the other's broadcast? It's a lot of moving parts here. There are a lot of moving parts.
I get a feeling that AEW is doing what they're doing, and then Kenny Omega, Tony Khan, and Don Callis are talking about how AEW can be. That's what because it's everybody is. It's not like AEW versus Impact or Math is back or
Math is back.
we're not seeing. It's not really interpromotional. It's
no.
Kenny Omega from AEW is operating down in the Impact Zone or whatever. So that's why I don't think it's as they're not sharing notes.
NWA Ric Flair.
Yeah, he's going to the territories. Yeah,
he is.
He went to Triple Mania. Triple Mania and
won. I didn't think he was going to keep winning because he couldn't defend the title. I thought he was going to lose that, but he can't right now.
I think they realize the greater story is him, being this guy going from territory to territory, being the champion of this brand, that brand, and if you want the match with Rich Swann, he's probably walking out with that title.
That shit was cool. That would have been cool if it was last year. It's not cool now. It's not the same Omega.
I feel you.
I don't believe it.
Well, and that, I think again to kind of bookend this conversation, I'm assuming the one-on-one match Omega and Swann's happen at a certain point. And just like a lot of those Ric Flair matches, it's going to be one of two things. It's either going to be a 20-25 minute match where Swann gets you get to see Swann shine, but then end up losing to the one-wigged angel or whatever. Or it's going to be a situation where the Good Brothers are going to come in and fuck up the finish. And it's going to be some underhanded shit. There's really only a couple of ways to have that match play out to where Rich actually looks like, $1 million. He can lose and look like $1 million. I'm not getting my Triple H on, but he can lose and still look. That was Scott Steiner. That was Sting. That was what Ric Flair was doing. But I guess maybe I just don't have that much faith in Kenny and Don and all this other shit. So
Kenny Omega looks horrible
in general, or as a champion going down there.
In general, now, when you look at Kenny Omega and Okada, And then look at Kenny Omega versus fucking Joey Janela.
Don't forget, he is injured right now. I believe he hasn't he's injured some. Kenny Omega, I think he's working through an injury right now.
This is the wrong.
I had no idea. He when he was first on Impact, he had on jeans where there was a rip in the knee, but then he had some type of like material where there shouldn't be like was he wearing leggings underneath the jeans because he didn't want to show his knee? Like I don't understand.
That's not drip approved.
I'm an old ass man, all right. I grew up where niggas was wearing oversized hoodies and fucking hockey jerseys and all this other bullshit. You know, we that was a style. I don't know what these AEW fans find cool right now. If it's Kenny Omega, we got two different dictionaries because that's not cool to me. That doesn't say cool to me. And I love comic books, but that I don't.
This is what's cool to me.
All right, Mitch. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man.
You say, I'm sorry. Did you call him Mitch?
Mitch. That's Mitch.
Oh, I heard something.
Oh my god. This is Buddy all over again.
I'm not disrespecting Buddy making Mitch. This is not. Look,
Bitch and Buddy are different.
Bitch and Buddy are different.
Yeah, like you could say bitch to a nigga and like we're cool. Oh, shut up, bitch. Don't call me Buddy.
I never did.
Not you. You know, you did actually.
No.
You did.
So Raw.
Trust. I all right. We talked about ratings a little bit with Impact across the board. Well, all right. This was started off. Some night this week, I was in the Discord, and I didn't realize. Like, I try not to roll in circles where people are too anti anything. Like, I like being in a spot where some people have beef with one thing, some people have beef with another thing, and they can have a conversation or an argument. You know, I've seen. I like. It's probably been proven that I like the beef. I like people beefing and having drama and being. I want to see niggas fight.
That shit and instigating it.
Look, one of my favorite MOP tracks is "Ain't y'all niggas supposed to have beef?" Fuck the industry. Take it to the streets. Stomp that motherfucker.
Real fights.
Bash that motherfucker.
Yo, Billy Dance might be the favorite rapper I met in real life, by the way.
Goated. I've seen a lot of kids saying it this week. Goated. Billy Dance.
I like Billy Dance.
Salute.
Salute.
So I started to realize, the realest niggas is the nicest guys when you meet them because they know if they doing something else, it ain't gonna go good. And
I'm trying to tell people.
That energy, you know what I mean? He was like, you know what I mean? Like I was like, oh, that's Dan's and Fame. And I'm walking with my wife. So I'm gonna shake the nigga hand, but hold on, baby.
Yeah, take a couple steps back, baby. Just show right there.
They, and, you know, I don't want that. You know, baby, I want that. I want better for you, baby. But when I tell you, nice guy, shook my wife's hand. How you doing? How you doing? You know what I mean? He was just real nice.
They had their gold teeth in.
I don't know what Fame did. I don't know what Fame had smoked, but he didn't say nothing.
That makes sense. He was probably making a beat in his head. He was just waiting to get home. Fact. He had a whole EP waiting to produce.
Fame was on Asgard, nigga. I don't know what was it.
Dizzy, whoa, shouts up. I wonder, do they watch have MOP? Do they got wrestling bars? I can't think of it.
Mm-hmm.
No, unless you're wrestling for your life.
Facts.
That's the name of the episode.
Wrestling for your life. That's
B.
Hold up. So ratings. So anyway, Discord. That's where we was going.
Fights.
I didn't realize how anti AEW the Discord was because
Yeah.
they, but it was they had it was a good basis though, because if you go on Twitter, all the AEW cats was shitting on WWE for admittedly a terrible Raw rating. I believe one of the headlines I saw was an all-time low. It dropped from last week. It was 1.737 million. This week is 1.527.
Can I be honest? Can I be honest?
Go ahead.
Raw was up against one of the more amazing football games I've ever seen in my life.
Look,
them AEW niggas have never wanted no NFL smoke, and they know better. So when y'all tout that news, think about that and have you a tall glass to shut up. All right, I'm gonna sip my.
It doesn't matter.
It's funny. I think it was Brother Fam might have been the first one on this podcast to talk about how the tide has shifted. It used to be that Raw was the A show. I don't think Raw's the A show anymore.
No. We knew that as soon as Fox started.
We knew that. But why is we'll get to if ratings even matter anyway. We'll have that conversation in a minute, but everybody is the Roman. There's no way you can have Roman being a champion on a show the way the tribal chief is rocking right now that's the B show. So
here's the thing. Monday Night Raw is the only muscle memory show that exists in professional wrestling.
Fact.
You know what I mean? SmackDown's been on 2 or 3 different nights.
Right.
Thursdays,
channels,
numerous channels.
Yeah, of course. You know, I guess you say Wednesday night is wrestling appointment viewing, but you still don't know which one you're going with. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at the numbers this week, but Monday night is like, all right, I'm gonna flip between football and Raw, football and Raw. Or it's Monday, Raw is on. Period. And that is muscle memory viewing. That is appointment viewing. Even though it's 3 hours, and they'll always complain, and it's the oldest relationship wrestling fans have.
Facts.
So they're gonna disrespect it the most.
Facts. It's just we know. And it's not like SmackDown is the A show and it's still like SmackDown regularly is the number one show on cable on Friday nights or on TV because it's on Fox. It's free TV. It's consistently in, I wouldn't say demos, but at the top of the rate on a Friday night. Then I saw cats talking about the demo because the hype is AEW and I want to preface this all by saying I'm not a WWE apologist. Again, if you listen to us talk WWE, I will talk shit about y'all if y'all is doing some bullshit. But we're not gonna. I can't be the age I am now and sit here and think that the people who are watching AEW let me step back. The people who AEW is being made for is not the same demographic as the people that WWE. I don't care what anybody says. AEW is looking for those 13-year-old kids who want to cop the figures and the belts when they hit Walmart. WWE, and I think it was Stat Guy Greg, SGG. I'm sorry, Trip. I apologize. Greg was the one who was saying that WWE is they trying to get everybody. They want to have the little kids. They want women. They're gonna have the audience who, like Fam said, have the muscle memory of watching Raw every Monday for 30 years, 35
Old people.
Years. Yeah. WWE, especially Raw, has always done very well with like the 50 and 50. Mm-hmm. Meltzer, the guy who somehow is in great with the AEW, but also follows the ratings all the time. I don't know how you can't. He's the guy who always told me that it was older people who were always. It was just that was what they watched, so they always put WWE on. How it can't be both sides. It can't be AEW is killing all these demographics if WWE is not even focusing on that demographic. They don't even cuss. Like, TNT got them saying shit every 4 fucking words. Like, it's not the same game, so why are we even comparing them like that? People just want to talk shit.
Yeah. Well, and a real quick point, next Wednesday, the NBA returns to TNT, and AEW follows after that.
Are they going to have? We don't know what time it's even on.
Well, and are they going to have the strong numbers after the NBA is done? Like when that game ends, how many people are staying? Like, oh, let me give this a shot. Again, it's wrestling. It's not WWE wrestling. But if someone's kind of, a lapsed fan or someone who tunes in from time to time, are they going to give it a shot? Like I'm saying, people on Monday, they make their decision to go back and forth depending on how good the game is. If the game's shitty, if they're not a fan of the team, they're always going to watch Raw. And if Raw's bad, there's like at least the football game's on.
Right.
But how many people are going to stay after the NBA game to like watch this new wrestling company?
Is Shaq on?
I don't think it's been announced. Again, he was on last week with the Brandy Rhodes segment.
But not this week.
Snoop Dogg is on 2 weeks after next week. And again, and they're hoping to get something from that.
Yep, there's another night where they're trying to they'll play the big cards, and then that's when they're
because that's the NXT Evil. Yeah, New Year's Evil is that night. Yeah.
They're
going
all out. But they're also hyping that competition show that Snoop and Cody and Rosario Dawson are all hosting on, right? Like that's starting very early.
Did you say Rosario Dawson?
Yeah.
It is Rosario Dawson.
Yeah.
She got a job.
She's got all the jobs.
Oh,
she got hella jobs.
She's the most interestingly attractive woman because she's not pretty.
Oh my god! Wow.
What do you mean she's not pretty?
I know what he means.
I don't.
She's got the body, but like
No.
Before you get us canceled.
No, then what's he saying?
What I'm saying is,
ease up off it.
I don't think she's like classically like a pretty woman, but she's fine. It's a weird thing. She's got like a strong jaw. She's not like
you're saying unconventional is probably the word you're looking for, right?
Yeah. She's not pretty, but she's attractive.
No,
but people have different
things.
People have different standards of pretty. I mean, you're saying what typical pretty, but again, like that, what's that assigned to? Like, who would you say is classically pretty? Who would you say is, fam? No, I'm just saying, like, if he's going to compare.
A classically pretty woman is.
Shouts out Rosario Dawson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She reminds me of Denise Huxtable.
Shouts out Denise. I was watching Different World.
Damn!
Wow! Nah, we can't do this. We not rewriting history.
Did you say same thing?
He said same thing.
Wait, no. I know he did. No, we already here.
I'm not saying the same thing.
You already here.
When you say Denise Huxtable, I think of that Rolling Stone cover where because she was nude and
you talking? No. Denise was. I'm talking about her now. Is the same thing.
What the fuck?
This is the same face as Denise Huxtable now.
Now.
She's still fine.
I agree.
Yeah, so what you mean? She just got a strong face?
Fine and pretty are two different things to me.
Wow.
Pretty seems like we are completely off target, right? Pretty is what?
Like I wouldn't say I wouldn't say
pretty. Okay.
You know what I mean?
I'm with you. Yeah, I'm not a cute chick isn't she's not attractive. A cute that's not attractive to me.
Cute could just mean you have like a certain feature, a certain look. It's like, you know what? I don't see that all the time. That's different.
That's cute.
That's unique, you know.
That's shade.
That is low key.
That is
not the way I mean.
No, I know.
It sounds like shade. I think.
No, cute. Oh yeah. I heard your little cute album. It was cute.
Again, in Bull Durham, that's what Susan Sarandon's like. When Tim Robbins calls her cute, she gets upset.
Nigga, I'm not that old. I'm not that old. Don't say
Susan
Bull Durham, nigga. I'm not watching that.
Best baseball movie of all time.
Black people in
Crash Davis. Davis.
Susan Sarandon, nigga. What the fuck? She was feeding the kids.
There are people who will take Susan Sarandon right now.
Nah, I'm cool.
Trust me.
Nah, I'm good.
Or five.
That's cute. That's cute.
I'm not saying.
And Cal is one of those men.
No. I'm not saying it's me, but I have heard those statements before from people who probably would never listen to the podcast.
Hey, yo, can you imagine sitting around drinking liquor with the nigga that want to take Susan Sarandon down?
No, because they might try and hang you.
All right, y'all. God bless you.
They might drag you.
AB, take us out.
Now, let's get back to the matter at hand.
Yo,
now, I was talking
down Susan Sarandon is crazy.
There are some. I'm trying to tell you, there are some pockets in the world that are wrong. Now, I was talking about
Rock the Icon.
Shouts out Rock.
That's what
the funny.
Do?
No, you know what? Because I've thrown a lot of friendly jabs at Rock.
Because he's old.
Hey, and
those Shane McMahon punches.
But don't do that. I was gonna say something wild. Let me chill. Rock is fam. Rock is family. So we can interact a certain way. But Rock is now throwing jabs back. What did Rock tell me the other day? He said, because I asked if Banging in Little Rock was on HBO Max, which isn't a crazy question. And it made me think. I will say this.
What?
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do it. But it reminded me, because remember when we recorded with Militia, like a year and some change ago, I was in New Orleans. I was on a press trip to the set of Queen of Slim.
Shaft. I thought that was Shaft.
No, I never been to Shaft set. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that. I was in New Orleans for the Queen of Slim recording, and I didn't have nothing else to do but drink liquor and watch Banging in Little Rock on YouTube. And right now, HBO Max has a whole network of shit that they buy. They got Fresh Prince. You mean tell me you ain't got Bang? Anyway, so Rock was on Twitter talking to me about, why they are they going to put your tapes from the Real Sex series on HBO Max?
All right. I'm going to be honest. Just call this episode off the rails. We're not gonna get to the news.
Because we're off the rails.
Now we're gonna tell these anecdotes for the next 10 minutes. We're gonna pick the pay-per-view and get up out of here. Really quick, me and Brother Math had a homeboy whose pops owned. If you watched, there was an episode of Real Sex where they had Miss Nude Black America or something, and it was a little club or whatever. And our homeboy that we used to work with, a guy named Wendell, father used to own that strip club.
You knew Mr. Wendell?
We knew Wendell's pops.
He was Mr.
Yeah, we knew Wendell. We didn't know.
Oh shit! That's right. That's right.
He had the stash.
The gas is what he had.
All right, go ahead, Cal.
Shouts out the niggas.
TLC this Sunday. All right.
All right.
What kind of nigga in 2020 is calling it gas?
Gas. That's the soul.
Like old sword. That's what you sticking yourself. God.
B.
I'm sorry. That was funny.
Terrible. This is great. Fuck that. This is a great episode. Fuck.
Oh, 100%.
Everything is derailed, so fuck it. TLC this Sunday.
What about your
We're more than likely watching it as a family because we rock with y'all. Hopefully, I'll have my work done so I can interact. Right now, there's currently 6 matches on the card, but of course, we're recording this before SmackDown, so who knows? Or matter of fact, who knows when they're going to add more matches to this card? You know how WWE does. I've not watched. They're at Tropicana Field now, right?
Yeah, they're already there.
Does it look that much different than the Thunderdome at what you call it?
You can see it in the entrances. You can see it.
It's a larger area.
It's a baseball stadium, so yeah.
I saw because I missed SmackDown. The only clip of SmackDown I saw was Bianca pulling out the actual receipts to talk to Bayley. But I think I saw there was a clip of Drew McIntyre. I think he threw the Money in the Bank briefcase and it hit the fucking the LED the whatever the LED board or whatever, and it looked like it broke a piece. And I was like, wait, that does look a little different. It's not as confined, I guess, as the entrance to the previous Thunderdome is, but and I'd seen what's Kayla Braxton said she was moving this week and she was moving to St. Petersburg, and I guess that this all makes sense now. I guess she was trying to be closer to Tropicana Field. She had a funny story on her story.
As if you want to talk about that.
Niggas called her a whole packet of oodles and noodles this week.
Facts. They said you are a pack of Oriental ramen. She laughed about it, but I mean, you know, I think we've all been in those situations.
Was that man Jim Ross?
Jim Ross, the machine. You got to say the whole thing.
Yes, you have to say the whole thing.
Wait, hold up. Conway's dropping the whole the stuff he was playing on IG is from the deluxe.
It's fucking stupid.
Oh yeah, we probably zooming for the Conway Bennett concert tomorrow too.
That shit that he had on the IG was stupid.
Every one of those records.
Oh yeah, that came out.
Yeah, that'll be out by the time the pod is out. That's crazy. All right, 6 matches on the card so far. Let's run through these. It looks like each one of these either has stakes, so we'll just go from
that's TLC.
The bottom to the top. All right, so the New Day is going to be defending the Raw Tag Team Championship against the Hurt Business. Again, that'll be Cedric and Shelton wrestling for those titles. Who y'all got?
Hurt Business.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead with the Hurt Business. It's time.
I think it's good because I want to see the storyline of Cedric building that ego, and eventually, you know, he's not going to be the Rock of the Hurt Business, but it feels like we're moving to, you know, that type of vibe. So I think a championship win for them would be dope if he gets to be the egomaniac that they're trying to build him for. So I'll go Hurt Business as well. I'm not mad at that.
I'll go New Day. I'll go the opposite.
You definitely lose in this one.
It's going to be dope. I'm hoping they, whatever happens, they bring some fire to the, because this feels like this might be one of the best matches of the night, just on the strength of the other tag matches that they've been having the last month or so. On the flip side, and I guess
I think.
Go ahead.
I think this is a match that, like, if it was a ladder match, I think that maybe would have elevated them trying to do a whole lot more.
No, you can't put too many niggas on ladders.
Unless they had a job site, is what you're saying? That's deep. That's not nice at all, Mitch. That's not nice at all. Damn, low key look like. I was going to say educated, but that's not what I wanted to say.
No, that was right.
Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler are going to be taking on Asuka and a partner to be determined. They're going to be defending the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. For people that didn't watch Raw, Asuka's tag team partner Lana is apparently out. Nia Jax dropped a big leg on her and fucked her whole leg and her elbow up or some shit like that. Apparently, she's supposed to be gone for about 3 to 4 weeks. The rumor is that Asuka will be that this is how Charlotte Flair is going to be returning. She would be Asuka's tag team partner. I guess who do y'all think is going to be Asuka's partner, and then B, who is going to win the match?
That would be Asuka and Charlotte Flair, and Charlotte gets the pin.
I'm gonna go with nobody as her partner, and Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler beating the stuffing out of this broad. Pardon me, out of Asuka.
I want to see Charlotte Flair. Like, I think this would be a good opportunity for Charlotte Flair to return.
But if you stick her with those tag team belts, you keep her away from that title, which she doesn't need,
right?
And it gives her something to do.
My only fear is that because Charlotte Flair is the conversation surrounding this match, Vince or whoever is going to be like, oh, can't do that. And they'll throw like Dana Brooke or someone in there just to call an audible.
Is she on Raw?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she was teaming with, what's the name?
Mandy Rose.
But yeah,
are you talking about, or are you asking Charlotte's on Raw?
Charlotte is on Raw. Charlotte.
Yeah, she got drafted. She got drafted to Raw. She just hasn't been on there since the draft or when she left.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah.
I believe
she got her titties dead in the city. I did it really big. I'm sorry.
So then, Cal,
that is one of my favorite verses of the year, though.
Me too.
We talking Conway the Machine. Got the titties dead in the city. Shitty really did. Damn. But yeah, I think that Charlotte returning as an Asuka's partner makes a lot of sense.
So you're going Charlotte Asuka.
I think I'm still gonna go. Asuka's got the
Raw Women's title.
I'm gonna go Nia and Shayna winning that match because something tells me if Charlotte's returning, she's gonna cause some type of harm to Asuka because then it's gonna be. There's no way Charlotte Flair is gonna be back and not going for a title. I don't think Vince doesn't see her. He would feel like that was a waste, in my opinion.
I think Charlotte is coming back. I think they'll win, and then Charlotte will betray her after the match. And there'll be a thing where Monday night, maybe Asuka has to defend them by herself type of deal. Maybe that's how Nia Shan win it back, or Mandy Dana Brooke, something like that.
Makes sense. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. All right, let's go. Sasha Banks is going to be defending the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship against Carmella.
Banco Popular.
I got Sasha winning this.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Cali girl.
They beefing, but I got Banks winning this.
But it's gonna be.
Who the hell is the Cali girl?
Sasha.
She ain't from Cali, is she?
No, she was. Well, I mean,
from Boston.
She's I think mostly raised in Boston.
She
yeah,
reps Boston, right? I don't know if she was from Boston.
That nigga talk like she from California, champ.
How do people from California talk?
Just like that.
You?
Like me?
You? No, can you look? Because I think she reps the New England area because that's where she was wrestling. And
born Fairfield, California.
Okay.
She was born in Fairfield. Yeah.
Where the fuck is Fairfield?
On the way back to New Orleans.
Let me look it up real quick. I've heard of Fairfield, but I don't remember how close it was to where I was.
He wasn't banging out there.
No, he wasn't banging out there.
He wasn't throwing up sets out there.
Yeah, it's near.
You better not throw up no set.
It's near Vacaville.
Where the fuck is Baggerville?
Vacaville.
Machiavelli? Machiavelli dog.
Up in this bitch. Illuminati.
All through your body.
All through your body.
Like a 12-gauge shotty.
Listen,
Come with
listen
me.
to rap music.
Yo, Pac was really. Never mind. Let me shut up.
Yeah,
This episode really is off the rails. I was
No, it's
Yo,
all.
really gonna hit niggas with the Pac hot take.
We can't. What? These takes.
What you was gonna say, Cal? Pac what? Remember Tretch around the corner.
Yeah,
But isn't Cal taller than Tretch?
Huh?
But Tretch does do his dirt all by his lonely.
Facts.
Lonely.
Facts.
So I get real quick. We're all unanimous on Sasha, correct?
Yeah.
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 All right. What's next? The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, is going to be taking on Randy Orton in a Firefly Inferno match. What does that mean?
It's gonna be awful, is what it means.
Yeah.
It's gonna suck.
It's gonna suck. Dad, this sucks. Trying to watch Corey X Kenshin, and you got me watching wrestling. Dad, this sucks. I'm sorry. He's the Corey Kenshin, but goddamn, nigga, stop yelling shit. Sucks.
What the frick?
What the frick? I was pushing the buttons. I wasn't able to get around the corner.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna die. Sorry. I apologize. That's why I only took 2 shots. Because if it was 3,
Oh shit!
it would have been all totally derailed. But
It would have been a whole half hour on Corey Kenshin.
Corey Kenshin. I still what? So wait. So is an Inferno match is when it's fire around the ring.
Yeah. But do we think this is going to be cinematic, like pre-filmed?
Yeah.
Is niggas gonna get caught on fire? Is the question.
Well, you see, now I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. The spot last week, when Randy put Bray, he put sweater vest Bray in a box and set it on fire, and then the Fiend popped out, was tough.
Yeah.
That was tough. I ain't gonna lie. But this match is gonna be dumb.
Yeah, every few of the matches, except the Firefly Funhouse at Mania.
It's just gonna be dumb. This is dumb. We're gonna be in the Discord. Nigga, it's the start of my vacation. We're gonna be on the Zoom. I'm gonna be drunk, and this match is gonna be stupid, and I'm not gonna care.
All right. So
and Bray's gonna win.
Okay, that's what I needed to know. Who's picking who?
Who you got, man?
Bray.
I'm gonna go Randy Orton.
Randall.
I don't have a reason.
He's not beating the Fiend.
It's the Fiend Bray Wyatt, though. Is that a difference?
Yes.
Yeah. So Bray Wyatt gone.
2 different people.
Yeah, he burned the box up, and then when he put him in the box and burnt them up, he turned.
You ever burnt up the box, Cal? You ever burnt up the box?
Scorch the earth.
Look,
Pam, have you burnt up the box?
Nah, period.
Drip, have you burnt the box? Your name is Drip. I know you burnt the box.
I have no idea.
Wow.
We are old, nigga.
A bunch of old ass.
I got burnt by the box.
Nah. We can't have that conversation. Drew McIntyre is going to be defending the WWE Championship in a tables, ladders, and chairs match against AJ Styles with the homie Omos. Wait,
Manute Swole.
is almost allowed to be at ringside if he got sent back to the PC to learn how to wrestle?
Yes.
Yeah.
What if he hurts?
Yeah, my bad. Keith Lee was on TV this week getting busy.
Yeah, because Keith Lee was on TV. They probably starting at the beginning of the year.
No. They're back because all right. See, this is the problem with what they were talking about. Is it wasn't like they sending them niggas back down to NXT. They was like, look, you still on TV. We're not taking you on TV, but you're going to get polished. You got to work every day. You just not working TVs, nigga. You got to go and get your polish because we got plans for you.
When derailing for a second, when that news hit late last, because it was like last Friday. It's old news, but we didn't get to talk about it because of everything going on. Shared it with the delegation. Shouts out to E from the Black Announce Table. He said, "Oh, so it was Keith, it was Otis, and Dabakato and almost Dabakato. So they sent all the out of shape motherfuckers down to the performance center to get their calisthenics and get their shit together." My question, and it's still a question, I don't think anybody's ever answered it. When they sign these people, they put on the gray shirt, they take the picture, and they're like, "Yo, we're performance center, da 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 da." When do they learn how to wrestle? Because Keith Lee was down there for a minute, right? Like I thought if he was in NXT, that was the stage where, again, unless I've got it crazy, they sign them, they go to the PC, they go to NXT, and they hope at some point, the idea is they're fit for the main roster.
I'm going to tell you, this is going to happen again. This won't be the last time, because what's happening is Triple H does not promote a WWE style in NXT. The style they work different,
which is ironic.
They work indie down there. They work indie down there.
This is the problem.
But tamer, because Finn Balor has said they told him to scale back on like pushing it to the limit and going all out. Like they're
right, because they don't want him to outshine their show. They don't want to keep consistently saying, "Oh, this match trash is your match." But what happened is these niggas, man, they're sending these niggas down because they know how to work in NXT style, and it's the difference between shooting television and shooting a movie. Because you know what I mean, with their shooting, the way they're shooting the TV now is the camera is always right here. You know what I'm saying? So you see everything. So every time you do you do too much overacting or you're overselling a move, you're doing a little too much. Like when Keith Lee is about to run to the corner and he does this move, it looks weird on WWE television as it does compared to what it looks like on NXT. And I think they're just trimming the crust off the bread, you know what I'm saying, for the peanut butter sandwich down there. It's not a demotion, and B, it just means they want to push work into them.
When's the last time you had a peanut butter sandwich?
No jelly?
No jelly.
No jelly.
I've never.
My son doesn't like jelly, so he eats what he calls peanut butter. He calls them peanut butter and peanut butter sandwiches because you got to put the peanut butter on both sides of the bread.
Oh my god,
that's insane.
On both sides, this nigga's a serial killer.
I mean, his dad goes through the ropes.
Damn, it all makes sense.
Yeah, but look who it's going.
Hey, they called me a madman. Not just saying it.
Here you go. Cut this man, Mike. Get
this nigga out of here, man.
I like it. I like the energy.
But
overtime.
My second question to that is, so I guess we're justified in thinking that they capitalized on. Damn, so dark. They capitalized on the BLM movement this summer.
Facts.
By making Keith, because if I'm to believe that they're supposed to go to NXT and the PC to learn how to eventually be WWE superstars, but 5 months, 6 months down the line, they're realizing this nigga ain't it. It almost sounds like they jumped a move.
No, I don't think they don't think he ain't it. I think when they got in and he started working, because they put him, they sat him at the big boy table with the mashed potatoes, and you know what I mean, there wasn't no sweets, and it wasn't nobody was cutting the steak up. When he got there, he sat there at the big boy table, and then they saw his style at the main roster and said,
Yeah, they
"Oh,
want to shine him.
he's got it."
Yeah.
But
he's almost there.
The rough edges, they want to.
And there's no way, and I've said this before, wait till the niggas stand next to Randy Orton to see what they are. And they use that as their pH balance test. Very tart. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they found out.
But I think part of it is because, again, it's not like he was on the main roster doing what we loved Keith Lee for. Like they put
It's butterscotch.
they put the shackles on that man. We talked about it on this podcast. That he was not doing the amazing shit that we knew Keith Lee, this larger than life character, this larger than life man, to be doing. So when you take when you take that away from him, and I'm not saying he's a subpar wrestler, but the attraction was one thing, but you want him to be something else.
Right.
That's why I'm wondering the move to the main roster felt premature. That I'm wondering if it was the catalyst was what was going on in the real world, and that their reaction was, well, let's take the big nigger and put him on the show. But he wasn't ready the way they wanted him to be ready.
I think the reason is because of the difference in style. You'll never know that until they get up.
They got to figure that out. There's no way you have a performance center and NXT on weekly, and you can't see that before he gets to the main roster, or it can't be corrected before he goes.
I think this is the disconnect between Triple H.
No, facts.
So what non-woman has worked really well coming up that works differently than what they did?
Oh, works differently. Well, hang on real quick. Remember, he lost the belt at TakeOver 30. Next night on SummerSlam, it's Keith Lee's coming to Raw. That was streamlined. Yeah, it was just like, boom, here we go.
They weren't ready.
It's no woman.
I'm trying to think who would be.
I would say the Street Profits haven't changed their style too much, but I think if anything, they maybe got a little bit better. I mean, at least look at Dawkins trying new stuff. Again, Montez, I think, is going crazier with the Fox, but I think
he's got ups. A super athlete. Like that's a superior athlete when he gets in the ring. But I think the key is they've also taken time.
Yeah.
You know, Street Profits debuted how long ago? And it was Paul Heyman who was big on that, and they've been able to it feels like it's almost been 2 years, and they've been able to really. It's been a minute. They've been able to really.
Paul for bigging up Big E this week too.
The question online was what I saw Greg. I saw a number of people questioning the idea of the story that they're trying to tell, in the hope that it's not Kofi 2.0, which I agree with. But sowing those seeds for 6 months, 8 months down the line, at some point where Big E has time to really shine in a main event role, I think
where he's got some accomplishments as a single star. Yeah.
Again,
they forget that he was an IC champ before the New Day. That's one thing they always leave out.
That shit was 10 years ago.
Crazy. That shit is so old. When I was doing the pod by myself, I was talking about Big E on it. That's how fucking
10
old
years
it
ago.
is.
It was 2013. Yeah, 2013. Yeah.
That's cool.
10 years.
But yeah, anyway. Math kind of off. But it's fun.
The ill part is I like that Davis was correcting him, and the nigga tried to bully
He
it.
still said 10 years.
My name is my name.
Yeah.
My name, nigga.
I love this shit.
Shit. It's 10 years.
Drew McIntyre, AJ Styles, TLC match for the WWE Championship. Who y'all got?
Drew.
I'm going to step out there and say AJ.
Yeah, same.
Y'all bugging.
Almost
Facts.
helps him out. Almost helps him out.
Yes.
Or Sheamus screws over Drew.
I can see that.
He pushes the ladder, all that. Yeah.
I'm gonna say Drew.
It's a ladder match.
It's a TLC match.
I don't know if the belt's gonna be hanging from.
Yep, it will be.
So,
yeah.
there's no disqualification. Definitely
Nope.
Drew. Definitely Drew.
But there's gonna be some shenanigans.
Oh, always. Yeah, 100%. Drew overcomes. He's their golden boy.
We're really about to have a Drew Sheamus.
I'm okay.
Potentially.
I'm okay with it because they've kind of framed it out, and we've killed them for hot shotting storylines and whatnot. If they're going to tell a slow story, I am not gonna. That's an interception.
Stuart Scott.
Stuart Scott had that.
Rest in peace. But no. Like if they're gonna tell a slow story, they're gonna take their time with it. I'm not gonna kill them for it. I'm a rock.
I don't like the hat Sheamus be wearing.
Nah.
That's a wild pick.
And he got the mittens on and shit.
What the fuck?
Yo, he look like son off of the Christmas story.
You say he look like Farkas.
Farkas,
yeah.
Scott
He
Farkas.
looked like the what's the butcher name? Nigga, the gangs what's his name, yo? Gangs in New York.
Daniel Day-Lewis's character. Billy the Butcher, I think, yeah.
No, he looks like
I thought Billy Butcher was
Friggle. I think he is Billy.
Did Ralphie say nigger when he was beating him up? Because he was talking all types of shit.
Yo, he was speaking in cursive, like Cuz say.
Yeah, William Bill the Butcher, not Billy. Billy Butcher's the boys, yeah, but Bill Butcher is.
No, I love that nigga album. I love that nigga album.
Shouts out to Benny. Jesus Christ. Yeah. I finally.
But wait, who did you pick, Cal? You didn't pick.
I didn't pick somebody.
It wasn't.
I'm going Drew. I'm gonna be anti for a bit, but I'm gonna go Drew. Finally.
Drip. The wrestling Dalmatians.
The hoe is mine.
The hoe is mine.
Roman Reigns, a tribal chief, is gonna be defending the Universal Championship in another TLC match against Kevin Owens. I'm going Roman's just for the simple fact that he stomped that motherfucker out in a pair of Royal Ones.
Facts.
Didn't give a shit about creasing or nothing.
Shout out to him from upgrading from them Team Jordans he was rocking. Somebody must have got him right. FYI, I want everybody. I don't know if I said it last week on the show, but Spicy Roman is based on a black woman, specifically his wife.
That's his wife.
He is channeling his wife when he's doing all the stuff he's doing.
All he's gonna do is start clapping at motherfuckers. Kevin, I told you.
Mm-hmm. I told you.
Again, the scene of him and Drew signing the contract, that was them at the dinner table. Like,
he was just.
Oh, so you just think you will come in here and just do whatever you want
and do whatever the fuck
you're the tribal chief out there, but who's the tribal chief here?
This my show.
I find it funny that. Oh, I'm sorry.
I find it funny that you got these little wrestling niggas. You think that your little big dog
with your vest wearing ass,
like Jesus, wow,
with your vest wearing ass.
This is amazing. That might be the name of the show.
B.
Your vest wearing ass.
B. What a show. What an amazing episode.
I think this is a great episode. Yeah, I mean, shit.
But yeah,
shit.
I'm just saying. Look, very horrible, Joe.
Hey.
This nigga Reagan a black on the show. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? Wait, do y'all call it Reagan?
Freaking.
Freaking. That's a freaking.
Oh yeah, hasn't this been discussed before?
It has been discussed a lot.
It has. Shout out to you for actually listening to the show.
This is my family, but we definitely have the same conversation every now and then.
Yeah.
Facts.
Like, what you want me to do?
Okay, so yeah, I think we're all going Roman. Obviously, they're not stopping this anytime soon.
No, sir.
Is Jay? Where's Jay in this situation? Is he going to interfere?
Getting his ass kicked.
He might take a
He
awesome,
taking a spill. Yeah.
Yeah.
he taking an arm bar, whatever, goddamn elbow. People's elbow.
I liked. I don't think we talked about on the show. It was a couple weeks ago. I liked when they had the tag match, and Jay was about to win that match. Roman was like, "Nah, get the fuck off the off the ropes. Tag me in. I do this shit." And then he won the match. He made Jay jump off the top rope and hit Kevin with the splash or with the chair.
With the chair.
And then as Jay was getting up, he hit him with the fuck. Come on, man. Come on.
And real quick, I forgot Private Party. They were also on Dynamite again. I mean, it was their most diverse episode, but Matt Hardy tagged in and pinned to win the match. And Private Party was like a little upset. And like as Cal was saying earlier, like white man profiting off
the backs of a black man.
Yeah.
Off the backs.
Nah, let's not go back there. It was real time.
Hey, I mean, I'm saying it, so I think it, like
the
I'm not.
backs.
The
I just don't want you to put that thing on a man bag.
The blood, sweat, and tears
Again, had Matt Hardy in 2020.
Of black people is ingrained in the roots and the soil of this country that we're living in right now.
I really just want to tell you who my black wrestler of the week is.
I'm just letting you know.
He's like, yo, I gotta get out.
Real quick, I forgot to say my prediction for Randy Bray. I don't think there will be a winner. I think it's something where they'll both be set on fire and no one will win. Like it'll be something like that.
Ohio Players match. Fire!
On that note, shit, fuck it. Y'all got any black rasses of the week?
I'm gonna go with Big E. Try not to cry when Paul Lee was giving him his flowers on Talking Smack. Yeah, that nigga be trying not to cry. He started shifting his body
because he knew that nigga was talking facts.
Shit, I'm gonna go with homie Jew, AJ Gray. Most influential nigga in wrestling. Get him up to Davis.
Hey, Davis Ray, come back. No, that nigga influential.
Big facts. I love that nigga.
I'll go with Chris Bay again. Last Saturday night, he was the king of Saturday night in wrestling.
Talk about it. I mentioned it earlier, but that clip of Bianca Belair pulling out literal receipts to tell Bayley why she was the best and the most amazing on the card. And it was all facts, too, is the funny part. It wasn't like she was bold. Again, this is a college-educated woman, a superior athlete.
Vols, let's go Vols.
And I think she said in a recent interview, she said, look, I know I did my thing in the Royal Rumble this year. Wait till next year. I got y'all again. So we'll see. Before we get out of here, can y'all let the people know where they can find y'all on social media, please?
Hey, man, LFam790, your social media choice, but more importantly, each and every single week at Where's Buffy? Where's Buffy.com? Where's Buffy.com? Where's Buffy.com?
Wherever you see me, nigga, don't run up on me.
About to, because you got all the fucking merch. So,
yeah, I was gonna say, when I listened to episode, you're like, if you see me in the merch, don't ask. Don't come and ask me. Wow, I got this shit.
That's how you know they're not listening, because they keep asking.
Fucking assholes.
I'm sorry. That's the Black Rasslin crew neck?
That's the crew neck.
Nigga like me, man.
And you can find me on Twitter at Davis, aka Drip, Instagram Davis Colon DC, and that's where you'll see my other stuff. But most importantly, Stat Guy for BRP.
No, this is where you plug your show.
I was gonna say, piece of
Don't
drip.
plug it during.
I can plug it because again, Cal was on. They called us Madman Shouted, and we're coming through.
That was the nerd shit.
Y'all had me cussing my radio out too. I can't remember what I was mad at Cal for. Cal didn't like something, and I was like, "Oh, it was a show." And I was a show you didn't like.
Was it Legion? Was it Legion?
No, it wasn't Legion. It wasn't Legion.
It was probably something. I don't be liking shit.
Yeah, I like stuff,
bro, baby.
Me and Cal are like, we either hate shit or love it. It's like no in between. Like I kind of like it. Like
nerd episode.
Big nerd shit. What was it?
Big nerd shit.
3 men and some nerd shit.
Yeah, because we talked about 3 men and a baby. It was
and
like,
a baby.
This is hey, yo, I was. Never mind. You know what?
No, come on.
Is that bad?
Nah, I someone said, yeah. So, I was on with the young ladies from AO, and somebody said, oh yeah, he had half a baby. I say, oh, you dating a drug dealer now? And no one had any idea what I was talking about. I was like, you know what? Never mind.
I love it.
I gotta change my friends. I gotta change my friends.
I love that. The idea that I coded language. Piece of niggas that know how to talk. I'm at Cal on Twitter.
Shout out.
At Black Rasslin on Twitter.
I am lost on that.
I love it. BlackWrestling.com is the website, and as always, you can find the Black Rasslin podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Sound, wherever y'all get podcasts, we should be there. YouTube, Black Rasslin Podcast. Shouts out to y'all. Get in the damn comments. Let us know what you liking. Let us know what you not liking. I want to see some conversation out there. As always, peace to the delegation, peace to the Discord. We'll catch y'all.
Shit, next year. Merry Christmas.
We are not. There are no.
We'll see niggas soon.
There are no breaks being taken. So
last chance.
It's the holiday season.
You started off fast, and you wheezing in the back.
We'll catch y'all next week. Shit. Peace.